It's your girl Bella. I am back for the third time. It's my third time trying to make this video. But it is what it is. Today I'm coming to y'all to talk about Quinshon Judkins, the new Cleveland Browns running back. So the accuser in the Quinshon Judkins DV case finally is speaking out, y'all. Yep, 3 days after partying, eating sushi, and sleeping over. Then suddenly, she calls the cops. If that don't sound like a setup or a money move, I don't know what does. Meanwhile, the Cleveland media has been mute, y'all. Silent. But not me. I'll tell it. But remember how they did Shedeur? Exactly. So let's talk about the bias, the double standard, and how. Because I believe she's a white woman. She sounds white. I'm going to stick to that. They stay weaponizing their proximity to black male athletes when things don't go their way. And we're not, I'm not taking away the violence, the DV part of it. I'm going to say allegedly, because we still don't really know what happened. But just because we don't know what happened don't mean we're not going to talk about it, Cleveland media. So we're going to keep it all the way real on this one. So drop your thoughts below. Was it a setup? Or was it strategy? Or was it something else? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We need to hit 1K, y'all, so we can really, really make all these people mad. Like I said, y'all, this accuser, to me, she sounds like a white gal. And I just got to say this, y'all. There has to be some type of school or training that these white women go to, because it's always the exact same story. It always is. So this girl, this young lady, the accuser, she is out here talking after 3, y'all, not 1.5, not overnight, 3 whole days she waited. So she didn't ate sushi, she didn't have sleepovers, in silence. But now she decided on the 3rd day, like Jesus Christ himself, that she gonna get up and call the cops. So let's break this down. Let's recap the timeline before I play the video. Allegedly, the incident happened on July the 7th or 8th. No immediate phone call to the police. The party continued, and then domestic violence claim filed days later. So I'm going to play the video, but before I play the video, I have to do a warning to black women that this may irritate you. It may aggravate you. Okay? So that's just a warning to my sisters, because you're going to be aggravated. I promise you. You know why? She don't even sound scared. It sounds strategic. It sounds like somebody coached her, y'all. So the video is giving, girl, we need to get that bag vibes before it's too late. But girl, the boy ain't even signed his contract yet, so you probably should have been a little bit more strategic. So let's go ahead and play this so y'all can get aggravated like me.
I had a high-profile male that I was in a relationship with put his hands on me.
When did that happen?
This happened 3 days ago.
So that would have been the 9th of July?
It was the night of, I can tell you right now. Sorry, I'm trying to go in my phone.
You're fine. Is there a reason that you didn't call the day that the incident occurred?
Yes, there is, because I thought that we could work through it, and obviously we couldn't, so I'm trying to do the right thing now, but the situation happened on Tuesday. Monday, it's early Tuesday, so like around like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Tuesday.
Because that would have been July 8th.
Correct.
Did you have to go to the hospital for any medical treatment?
I didn't go to the hospital for medical treatment, but I will say that I am still in pain, and I have a lot more of my story to tell. I just need to, and I still have visible bruises and evidence on my body of the event.
Okay, so do you need paramedics
and on my
for any reason right now?
No, sir.
All right, may I have your first name, please? What's the phone number you're calling from?
What's your phone number?
Okay, and you'll be waiting outside in your vehicle?
No, we are outside the building in person.
Okay, so you're standing by the front door?
Correct, where there's a button that says press.
Okay. So I have the call in. We're going to have a officer meet you outside, okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
How are these women able to do this, man? 3 days? 3 days, y'all. 3 whole days. So, do she sound scared, y'all? Imagine if this was any of Coach Prime's team. ESPN would have had a 3-day special. They would have still been talking about this shit. They would have gotten crucified over their NFL contract, NIL money, everything. They would have lost it all. But this, silence, silence, silence. And y'all, I have been scrolling on YouTube. Nobody talking about this. You got a few people talking about it in Cleveland. Yesterday, 92.3 The Fan, they finally talked about 16 minutes when they had hours on Shedeur. Hours, y'all. Look, another Cleveland, 44 minutes. That's it. Nobody's talking about it. So this history ain't new, y'all. When access to power is lost, here come the allegations, because that's what it sounds like. And this is a pattern with white women and black athletes. And you got in the media, right? They keep talking about Coach Prime. Oh, every time you mention his name, you got these racist fans who be like, oh, he needs to stay out of his son's business. Oh, this is daddy ball. Or this is this. What you got to say about Quinshawn daddy? Did he learn this from his dad? These type of things? And then they wonder why Coach Prime tell all his boys to move smart around women for a reason. You hear every break, he'll say, no means no. He'll say, the best thing to do is walk away. He tells them this. You know why he tells them these things? Because he's been through it. He knows. He knows. And so, yes, I do believe if Quinshawn was under the care of CU and Coach Prime, this probably would have never happened. This lady waited 3 days, y'all. You cannot ignore how that affects credibility. We're not saying all women lie. I'm not saying that because I'm a woman. But I'm going to say we can't stop ignoring the timing when it's convenient for them. So there has to be some type of call to action, y'all. Y'all let me know. Does this sound like DV, domestic violence, or damage control? Drop your thoughts. Hit that like, hit that sub. I want to hit 1K because we're building something real over here. So I did a search, and it doesn't seem like Quinshawn has any prior. I know it was something they said that he did, but I didn't see anything in my search. It shows no record of any previous arrest, convictions, or domestic violence allegations before this July 2025 case. So his public, legal, and sports history from high school to college doesn't include any documented incidents, which is great. He doesn't have a history. So we'll see how this play out. But all credible sources confirm his only known legal issue is this misdemeanor domestic battery charge that just happened in Fort Lauderdale. And he was arrested July the 12th after being there for 3-4 days. His bond was set at $2,500 and he got out, But not so much about him, right? It's about her. It's about her. What happens in the mind of a woman, right? When it ain't gonna work with a black male athlete? What goes into the mind frame of that? Rejection, right? The fear of losing status or access. Because that's what it sounds like. Like she was at fear of losing status and access. Oh no, he don't want me. Let me call the police. So did that really happen, ma'am? We don't know. This is why Coach Prime advice to his sons and team matters more than ever. This lady waited 3 days, y'all. 3 whole days. She slept with him, partied with him, laughed with him. That don't sound suspicious? Even the cops but why would the police go and arrest this man? Why? Coach Prime always tells his team, straight up, women can try to come at you in ways you don't expect. Protect your peace, protect your mind, and your legacy. Jimmy, LeJounte, Shiloh, Shedeur, they know the game. They ain't gonna put a woman before their dreams of their future. And that's why the chances of something like this happening to them are slim. They have been warned. They have been prepared. Somebody didn't prepare him. But what can we expect? He went to Ohio State. Ain't trying to be funny. But they don't have that connection with these black kids, these black athletes like that. This isn't just about Quinshawn, y'all. This is why this matters. This is why this video matters. Because this isn't just about Quinshawn. It's about how young black men in the spotlight got to be careful. Because the system, the media, and sometimes relationships can turn against you fast. So, yeah, I'm going to keep on saying it. Especially to these pundits on these YouTube streets who's disrespectful every time they feel like Coach Prime shouldn't be the father to his son. Because his legacy ain't just about football. This is why he talks about it's more than football. It's about building men who protect themselves and their future. But y'all don't get it. So the media with your little double standards. Y'all love to crack little jokes like that about Coach Prime being the father hen. But then shit like this happened. You gotta wonder, Quishan, where's your daddy? What happened? Why weren't you taught these things? So we gotta ask, why is the media quiet on Judkins, but loud on Shedeur? It's the same story, but different treatment. The silence is telling who they protect and who they don't. So, what's going on in this girl mind? What's happening? Why did she wait 3 days? Well, let me tell you why. She had a fear of losing her status or access. You hear it in her voice. And when a white woman is involved with a high-profile black athlete, there's often status and social capital on the line. They were trained for this. She sounded like she was in a fucking Olympics. So if she senses the relationship ain't gonna last or that she's losing influence, the fear kicks in. She's losing that access. She can feel it. It's like losing security, money, or public image. So what does she do? She weaponized the narrative. There's a historical and cultural context that gives her a potential weapon, the ability to accuse and leverage societal biases to maintain power or gain financially. So this can come from a place of survival or manipulation, depending on the situation. Sometimes outside voices, like you hear the person in the back while she's talking, the man, I don't know, maybe it's her father, I don't know who it is, but it's a male who's giving her advice, who's guiding her along the phone call, right? And sometimes these outside voices like family, friends, and it may be a legal or financial advice. We don't know who that person was in the back telling her what to say, but they pushing her for the money move. You hear the person in the background? You hear it. They're there to protect or elevate her position if the relationship ends because they know what it is. She's been trained for this by the best, her parents. She might be told this is the only way to level the playing field because it's obvious that he probably don't want the girl. She probably figured that out, right? So the relationship's breakdown can steer fear, anger, or resentment because causing her to act defensively or aggressively because this is 3 days later. The girl sounds cold and she doesn't sound scared. She might justify her actions as protecting herself like she did or reclaiming agency in a relationship that felt imbalanced. Cultural misunderstandings or racial biases can also make it harder to resolve conflicts constructively, y'all. Two different worlds. Quishan, you are a black man. She might view the black athlete through stereotypes or misconceptions, escalating distrust or conflict. So that's what's really happening in her white mind. And I do believe she's a white woman. And if I'm wrong, I'll come back and apologize. So what does this mean for athletes, y'all? Because Coach Prime knows this game and warning his sons and teams to be careful because these dynamics are, they're not personal, y'all. They're systemic, telling you. So you got to protect your mind, black men. You got to protect your peace and your legacy, black men, black athletes. Listen to me. Don't you ever let anyone else control your narrative. And I'm so sorry, Quinshawn, that you were not taught these things. I wish you could have been taught by Coach Prime. Yep, the same man that the white media try to laugh at for being a father. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, karma, it just right itself. Jimmy, LaJonte, Shiloh, Shedeur, they all built different because they've been schooled from day one. They've been schooled from day one. They built different. So you can laugh, white media, but this is when Black fathers matter. So you can say what you want to say. But you know the deal. So, y'all know the deal and the drill. Drop your thoughts below. Is this a setup? Is this a money grab? Let me pin that before I get out of here. So is this a setup? Is it a money grab? What is it, y'all? Let me pin this right quick. Here we go. Is this a setup, a money grab, or something else? And if you're rocking with the content, hit that like. Yep, go ahead. I'm going to wait. I don't have all the fancy stuff yet. You know. But it's all good. I don't have all the fancy stuff. They be working these channels, man. As soon as they say something pops up, I'll get there one day. I'll get there one day. So, we building a community over here, y'all, that uplift our Black men and hold the media accountable. This is Black Culture is Lit TV, legacy, culture, and elevation. Please hit that subscribe button. Get me to 1,000. Make sure you like, comment, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, y'all.